The objectives for this video are to identify a population, identify a sample, understand the difference between a statistic and a parameter, and identify the symbols used for the mean, standard deviation, and size of a dataset for populations and samples. A population consists of all subjects, human or otherwise, that are being studied. A sample is a group of subjects selected from a population. According to the World Wildlife Fund, there are only 60 remaining members of the Javan rhino species in the world. They are all found in the Ujung Kulon National Park in Java, Indonesia. Also, according to the World Wildlife Fund, the orangutan is an endangered species. However, there are an estimated 41,000 orangutans remaining in the world today. It is reasonable that with a carefully planned study, where appropriate safety precautions are observed, it would be possible to gather data related to all 60 of the remaining Javan rhinos. So this would represent a population. However, the imagination can go wild at the level of difficulty one would encounter while attempting to gather data associated with 41,000 orangutans, so it would be necessary to design a method for drawing a sample of orangutans to use in a statistical study. So let's look at some examples of how we would classify groups of subjects as a population or a sample. All 100 members of the United States Senate would be classified as a population. The key here is that all 100 subjects in the population are included in the group. No subset has been selected. A selection of 30 of the 435 members of the United States House of Representatives would be classified as a sample. Only a subset of the population is being selected. Some of the 435 members of the population are excluded. All 1,696 players in a professional football league would be classified as a population. A selection of 2,000 of the estimated 1.1 million high school football players represents only a subset of the entire population and would therefore be classified as a sample. A parameter is a characteristic or measure obtained by using all of the data values from a specific population. A statistic is a characteristic or measure obtained by using the data values from a sample. It is of the utmost importance that correct notation is utilized when reporting statistical measures. We will look at a few examples of the notation used for corresponding population and sample measures. The Greek letter mu is used to represent a population mean. The symbol x bar is used to represent a sample mean. The Greek letter sigma is used to represent a population standard deviation. The letter S is used to represent a sample standard deviation. The uppercase N is used to represent a population size. A lowercase letter n is used to represent a sample size. In this video, we learned to distinguish between a population and a sample, understand the difference between a parameter and a statistic, and recognize the symbols for the mean, standard deviation, and size of a dataset for populations and samples.